Good morning, Andy Lockwood, College College Coffee Talk. A little giddy after last night's big Super Bowl victory. I'm a big Pats fan, but I wanted to talk about college planning and Brady and Belichick and even the owner, Robert Kraft, because I just wrote this piece I'm going to be sending out to my email list, and the piece is about these 7 lessons from last night's Super Bowl victory. 7 college planning lessons. Number 1, incredible challenges. Pats had a crazy season full of all sorts of obstacles, suspensions, injuries to Rob Gronkowski. Last night they had a 25-point deficit at one point, interception by Brady, a fumble, and whatever. Plus history against them. No quarterback had ever won 5 Super Bowls. No coach had ever won 5. The college process is also full of obstacles. You've got rejections, deferrals. Sometimes your grades don't come out, or your ACT or SATs don't score as high. You don't do as well on them as you hoped you would. Sometimes you misguide and you get bad guidance. There's all kinds of obstacles. Number 2, detractors. I know that there's millions who hate, even in my own family, who hate Brady and hate Belichick. There's even a ton of Pats fans who, once they found out how good friends Robert Kraft, the Patriots owner, and Brady and Belichick were with Donald Trump, they also turned their backs on them. You know what? When you're applying to college, you'll find out, or you may not be aware of it, but trust me, it happens, and this may be a little shocking. A lot of your competitors in your own school will detract from you. They'll trash talk. They'll try to talk you out of applying to certain schools. They won't share certain tutors that they're working with, or certain colleges that they're looking at, because they're trying to, prop themselves up and chip away a little bit at you. You may not like to hear it, but it happens. Believe me. Okay, excuses. The Pats had every reason in the world to feel like, to give an excuse why they couldn't perform this season or last night. Listen, they had a huge injury, from their star tight end Gronkowski. Brady, the quarterback, missed 4 games, and what happened? Because he was suspended, they won 3 out of those 4. They didn't make any excuses at all. It's very easy for kids and for parents to make excuses in the whole college, when it comes to college planning. Teachers gave them bad grades because they didn't like them. They didn't perform well on the ACT or the SAT because the room was too hot, or the room was too cold, or the proctor was this or that or the other thing. You name it. Those excuses don't do any good at all. They may be valid, but you've got to power through them and just don't accept them. You just can't let them get in your way of being successful. All right, game plan. This is a good one. Listen, the Pats' game plan last night, at least in the first half, looked pretty bad. But at halftime, they tweaked it. In college planning, or lack of college planning, what happens when, especially in the junior year, is kids and parents get so bogged down on the tactics, not really having an overarching plan, but they'll take the ACT or the SAT, 10 times each, or they'll haphazardly create a list of one extracurricular activity to quote unquote look good for college. But that stuff doesn't work without an overarching strategy of where to apply based on what you're trying to accomplish. And if the Pats, last night, if they didn't have a game plan and execute it, they tweaked it, and if they didn't do that and execute it, then they wouldn't have had this unbelievable result. Work ethic. This has been talked about if you follow sports at all. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick have incredible work ethics, but I'm not so sure that they have anything. They work harder than other NFL players. Plenty of NFL players work really, really hard. What I am just kind of fascinated by is how a guy like Brady, who's he's 39 years old, he's accomplished like everything that a kid dreams of accomplishing in sports. He's financially, he's got more money than he can ever possibly spend. He's got a supermodel wife. He's, got good looks. He's very marketable and all that. I don't understand how he can get up in the day and be motivated to drink those green shakes and do all the planks and all this other stuff that he does all day. And any kid, even if you're not a sports fan, should, and parents, frankly, because I'm in this group, I think we can all learn a lesson about wanting to be your best and having that work ethic. I think that is even if you hate Brady, you have to respect his work ethic. I mean, his offseason probably started today. He probably celebrated last night with some avocado ice cream or something, and then today he's probably back, like working out or something. Who knows? The guy's sick. Next one, faith. Apparently, in the Patriots locker room at halftime, there really wasn't any panic. They were disappointed, but they weren't suicidal or crying and all that. And that's what leads, or faith leads to resiliency. And let me be very, very honest here. A lot of kids today are not resilient, and mainly because they are coddled and sheltered growing up. There's a ton of grade inflation. There is very little negative feedback ever given to them, especially by people older than them, which is a big problem when they actually, not so much in high school, but when they get to college, and there's still a lot of coddling there, believe me, but when they get out of college, it's even worse because they get into the workforce and they're working with people who are not just, they're not just working with peers, they're working with people older than them, and they don't necessarily understand how to take negative criticism or how to, how to be respectful and not just go into a hissy fit or a funk when someone gives them a little bit of feedback that it was not it's not lavish praise. So I think what the Patriots accomplished throughout the season and last night is and the faith they had in themselves to execute their game plan and not panic or react in a negative way. I think that's a great example also. Number 7 is coaching, and I think that it's kind of self-evident at this point that Bill Belichick is the greatest coach ever in the history of the NFL. The Pats and their athletes, I'm sure they work hard, but I really think that working hard is not the whole story, because I believe that most NFL teams work pretty hard. Most NFL coaches probably work as hard as Belichick. I've known a bunch of NFL coaches and college coaches who they work like 18-hour days for 9 months when they're in season. They sometimes sleep at the office for nights in a row. But it's not just about working hard; it's about working smart. And most kids who get into competitive colleges today have some sort of coaching. This is not a commercial for us, or for me, or for our firm. I'm just pointing out that they have someone else helping them. It's not just about working hard, it's about understanding what they should be doing and having a different perspective that's knowledgeable and able to hone in on what they need to do and when. That coaching can come in all forms. There are some great guidance counselors out there. A lot of parents are pretty good if they can get past the relationship barriers or relationship issues. It's not there's other college consultants who are great. My point is that you can't really do it alone. If you want to be really, really successful, you need some sort of coaching or some sort of mentorship. That's it for today's video. Please like, comment, and share. Please share this college coffee talk video. This is part of an experiment where I committed to doing one video really each day, because I have a whole list of questions that I've gotten over the last 2 years from people registering for webinars, for workshops. Today was a little bit of a departure from that format just because I'm so giddy about the Pats win. Been a huge fan since the Steve Grogan and Jim Plunkett days. So I had to indulge myself a little bit, but I tried to make this helpful and useful. And if you found this valuable, please share this with other people. Please like, comment, love, whatever the latest Facebook thing is. And thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye-bye.